Hi, my name is Precious Anitaye, and this is my first project for the VA course. This project itself entails series of just one question, right? Just to determine how well I am knowledgeable about the first three modules of the VA course, and I've been given 7 prompts in order to make sure that I answer this question thoroughly and with much detail, and it's also to help me to answer the questions properly. So the first prompt is to understand the role of a VA. Assistant is actually a role for professionals who offer administrative, um, technical, or business support to businesses, creators, and any other person that actually has needs for a virtual assistant. So it's actually a remote role. That's why it's called a virtual assistant. Some people actually mistake the term virtual assistant for a chatbot, AI, but in this sense, it's a professional role that is assigned to an individual. So it's actually something that a human being can actually carry out. And these tasks that are actually assigned to virtual assistants can be specialized, right? One thing I would say is that I've studied how this role of a virtual assistant actually evolved. It is not something that just popped out and um, started becoming really popular. At first, it was just a traditional role of being a secretary or office assistant, and immediately people have to step into their office to work because communication itself was carried out through paper. So, but one thing I would say is that major thing that actually improved the evolution of the virtual assistants is the emergence of the social media, the internet, which allows people to stay connected even if they are far away from each other. That's one thing that actually prompted the virtual assistants role to actually become popular, especially in 2010 and in 2010 and up to the coronavirus period, right? The COVID-19 lockdown, those that period especially allowed push people to actually try to work remotely, right? And now it's a popular role because it seems really easy. Why? Because it involves using task, everyday uh, everyday mundane tasks like managing your emails, scheduling calendars, and majorly administrative tasks that you can actually do on your own, right? That you can do with your phone. Actually, it doesn't fully require that you use your laptop, although it's better when you use a laptop, but you can actually do this and you can still make money from it. um what makes a strong VA? I would say the major things that actually makes a VA strong in their own role are a mixture of soft skills and hard skills. If a VA has to be someone that is uh, that is easy, that learns easily, they adapt as well. Even if they're getting information for the very first time or they're learning new things in their role, they should also be able to do their own research, ask the right questions, learn from it, use the information that they get from those knowledge that they're getting, those difficulties that they're finding solutions to, use that information properly to increase their own skills, right? Like better their own performance. Um, a good VA has strong time management skills because in order for you to impress your clients, in order for you to actually offer assistance to your clients to help them grow their business, because that's the major role of a VA, the major purpose of a VA to help individuals do help individuals do certain tasks that will enable them focus on the things that they are supposed to do, right? So that they can achieve their goals faster. So VAs should have proper time management. If you don't know how to manage your own time, you will not be able to balance work and your own life, and neither will you be able to balance uh, certain tasks that are supposed to help your clients when you eventually land a client. So it is important for you to have soft skills, time management skills, be able to learn, be able to adapt, and also be good to do research on your own so that you can offer good advice to your clients, advice that are tailored to their own goals, to the current position that they are, and also research on things that can push them from their current position to an elevated position or their targeted goal. Um, for the hard skills part, I believe that should be in terms of administrative, right? So administrative rules, like I mentioned earlier, has to do with scheduling, meeting, taking notes, transcriptions, all of that. But there are some VAs that specialize, and that's where you will start hearing about VAs who are into social media management, VAs who are majorly administrative, they don't do more than that. There's some VAs that are into content management, email management, and all of that. So I believe if you know your own strengths, maybe gather where you've already gathered skills that are related to social media management, social media marketing, all of that, content creation, where you gather skills from there, gather experience, and then pair it with being with administrative skills, you become more in demand. And I believe specialized VAs are the ones that a lot of people like to higher. Why? It doesn't mean that administrative VAs are not in demand, but specialized VAs have good knowledge of um, certain areas of work plus being a VA plus the administrative aspect. So if if you are it just makes you more valuable. It makes you more valuable because you have in-depth knowledge. In-depth knowledge. The administrative aspect is more like the surface, and then the specialized aspect is more like the in-depth part. So it's more like you are it's more valued because you dive deeper to specialize, right? You're not just a jack of all trades. Um, my personal VA strength. Personally, I would say that I am a resilient person. I I don't I don't feel bad too much, like for too long when I get rejections. I am open to learning. I like to learn a lot, anything that will improve my current skills, that will elevate um whatever I know, sharpen my knowledge. I like to engage myself in such things. So I believe yes, that's actually one of the strong VA skills that I actually have, which is to be open to learning. I also take corrections, and I'm good at organizing things. Yes, I believe VAs should be good at organizing things, whether it is a plan or a project or probably scheduling stuff. Now that's um I'm very well organized when it comes to work, and I know how to put my head into the right spot, like to focus on work. Another thing that I would say I have my strong skills is that I have good problem solving skills. I believe every VA should have a good problem solving skill, or should basically have a problem solving skill. So VA should be able to spot a problem, whether it has to do with a problem that is connected to your client or connected to yourself. You should be able to spot it and be solution oriented. It is easy for you to spot problems, right? Um, if you pay attention to details, which I believe is also a skill for a strong VA. But it's not always easy to solve these problems. That's why it is important that you develop a skill that is solution oriented, not focusing much on the problem. Once you discover it, don't dwell much on the problem, dwell on the solutions to solve the problem. And that's the kind of mindset I have that helps me um, solve problems for myself and also for my clients, my future clients. um, Okay, so what's my growth areas? I would say it's the technical aspect of being a VA. Do not have much experience in planning travels or creating an itinerary for anybody of myself. I've not even traveled outside Nigeria. So how do I actually get to plan things for my clients who may probably lives in another country, in another state? I want to be able to learn how to do proper research to be able to plan that kind of itinerary, even if I've not gone there. This is a skill that will actually benefit me if I decide to travel any day, and also for my clients. I also believe that I need to sharpen my knowledge on this and the in terms of email management. Uh, I have about two email addresses, and those email addresses have hundreds of thousands of messages, and not one day have I decided to sit down and organize them. I believe that actually makes me feel sad because um, managing emails and all of that, keeping things organized is something that is very important as for a VA. So if I haven't done that for myself, is it okay to say that I can do it for another person? So I believe I need to practice that as well, and I believe with the ALX VA course that I'll be able to learn more about these technical skills, these technical skills that a VA should have and grow. I forgot to mention one of the strong skills I have as a VA is that I have experience in marketing. I have been an affiliate marketer, a content creator, and I am still I am still an affiliate marketer and a content creator. So I have been using my skills and knowledge in the marketing aspect to create content and also generate leads and sales for myself. And I believe if I can bring this knowledge into this VA role, I can become more valuable as a content manager or a marketing VA. Mindset, grit, and professional growth. I have a growth mindset. I've always been impacted with this growth mindset um, that allows me to be open to learning new things and open to seeing that I have the opportunity to develop it. Because I don't say because I don't have a certain knowledge doesn't mean that I cannot move from point A to point B. I can just calm myself down, learn. I'm a kind of person that when I face rejections, I cry about it a little bit, and after crying about it, I just wipe my tears, rinse my face, and then think about things that I could have done better and start doing them. So yes, I have a growth mindset. I don't let my failures actually define me. Failure is part of learning, and it gives us data about where we are to improve. If I didn't fail, how would I know that I have certain things that I could have done better? I have the grade. Grade itself has to do with not just motivating yourself to actually doing something for a certain period of time, but to do it over and over again consistently. So even if I've been able to develop all these skills, the technical aspects of being a VA, I should be able to continuously do this job, to carry out these skills, use them, apply them to my role, and also bring good results for my clients consistently. For my professional growth, I believe um, I should keep on learning in order to grow professionally, and also I have to. I believe one thing that can help me grow professionally is to work with multiple clients and also keep confidential information. Try as much as possible to also learn about the business itself. So if I'm working with client A, I should try to research more about the business, try to get myself more involved in the business so that I can understand the client I'm working with, what their organization is about, what their business is about, and be able to help them better. All right, so the last one is my VA journey ahead. I am really excited about this opportunity to join the ALX VA program, and I believe that my knowledge, my skills, and the skills I'm to develop and get from this course will definitely impact a lot of organizations in the future. And I can't wait to build on these technical skills that I am lacking right now and improve. I have already started updating my skills tracker. I updated it yesterday and decided I'm going to complete my project today. So you see, when I set my mind on something, I always get it done, and I can't wait to become a professional VA and earn my certificate. Thank you so much for listening to this. Bye.